why they pushed the conspiracy label so hard. Because there's so many acts that are taking place in this world that are so sick that people would only think it's a conspiracy. Donald Trump is preparing us for the very worst. Yesterday his post took us to Haiti, the adoption process, satanic rituals and child sacrifices. Where his post recently had the word cooking in twice. And if you type in cooking into the Q posts, it takes us to spirit cooking. And it says, you didn't think spirit cooking was just pretend, did you? And it gives you a link to the Cannibal Club, cannibalism. Well, Donald Trump's been preparing us for a little while. Can you remember a few times where he mentioned Hannibal Lecter?
During the campaign, I talk about the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Do you know who that is, Hannibal Lecter? Silence of the Lambs. I talk about it and the fake news would go crazy. Why does he keep mentioning? Well, they don't want to have Hannibal in our midst.
Can you remember the movie where it showed us?
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Can you remember the TV program where it showed us?
What happened to his leg?
Maybe the killer had to cut off his leg just so he'd fit.
What did Dr. Lecter say?
What am I about to put in my mouth?
Rabbit.
He should have hopped faster.
Yes, he should have.
Cooking human meat. This is where it gets really sick. And then Q post says spirit cooking is bigger than you can imagine. And in that post it says there's a reason why there was many Hollywood actors that were enslaved children that were put into Hollywood, that become models. They were rescued from this. Hollywood have been preparing us for a very long time, and we even saw during that conspiracy phase during 2020 the spirit cooking dinner, and there was Will Ferrell at the table and they showed you. This sort of stuff goes on all around the world. The Rothschilds, Black Forest, hunting parties. It's going to get sick, and it's going to link to Haiti, the adoptions, the child smuggling. It's all going to link. And then there's this one post on Q that says, who is the Queen? How long has she been in power for? With power comes corruption. Then it mentions Princess Diana, and it said, what did Princess Diana find out? Why was she trying to escape? And then who could she trust to make that happen? What was the cover? We're going to find out a lot about Princess Diana too in that same post. It talks about Satan. Who worships Satan in power? Who wears the cross upside down? Then it mentions spirit cooking, and it says, what does spirit cooking represent? A cult. What does a cult worship? It's going to take us again back to the Rothschilds. There's a reason why this stuff has been hidden from us, because it was shot the world. But the world's now prepared for it because we're seeing all the other corruption. But it's going to link to this most horrible of crimes, and this is what we've been fighting a long time. And this is why we've had to be prepared for this moment in time.
Goes out to my mom and dad. I know you